competitively awarded financial assistance that institutions of higher education in eligible states receive from the federal government for science and engineering research. C. Program activities. In order to achieve the program objectives, the following activities are authorized under the program. 1. Competitive award of grants for research and instrumentation to support such research. 2. Competitive award of financial assistance for graduate students. Three, to provide assistance to science and engineering researchers at institutions of higher education in eligible states through collaboration between Department of Defense laboratories and such researchers. 4. Any other activities that are determined necessary to further the achievement of the objectives of the program. D. Eligible states. 1. The Undersecretary of Defense for Research and Engineering shall designate which states are eligible states for the purposes of this section. Two, the Undersecretary shall designate a state as an eligible state if, as determined by the Undersecretary, a. The average annual amount of all Department of Defense obligations for science and engineering research and development that were in effect with institutions of higher education in the state for the 3 fiscal years preceding the fiscal year for which the designation is effective or for the last 3 fiscal years for which statistics are available is less than the amount determined by multiplying 60% times the amount equal to 1/50th of the total average annual amount of all Department of Defense obligations for science and engineering research and development that were in effect with institutions of higher education in the United States for such 3 preceding or last fiscal years, as the case may be. And b. the state has demonstrated a commitment to developing research bases in the state and to improving science and engineering research and education programs in areas relevant to the mission of the Department of Defense at institutions of higher education in the state. 3. The Undersecretary shall not remove a designation of a state under paragraph 2, because the state exceeds the funding levels specified under subparagraph A of such paragraph unless the state has exceeded such funding levels for at least 2 consecutive years. E. Coordination with similar federal programs. One, the Secretary may consult with the Director of the National Science Foundation and the Director of the Office of Science and Technology Policy in the planning, development, and execution of the program and may coordinate the program with the established program to stimulate competitive research conducted by the National Science Foundation and with similar programs sponsored by other departments and agencies of the federal government. 2. All solicitations under the Defense Established Program to stimulate competitive research may be made to, and all awards may be made through, the state committees established for purposes of the established program to stimulate competitive research conducted by the National Science Foundation. Three, a state committee referred to in paragraph 2 shall ensure that activities carried out in the state of that committee under the Defense Established Program to stimulate competitive research are relevant to the mission of the Department of Defense and coordinated with the activities carried out in the state under other similar initiatives of the federal government to stimulate competitive research. F. State defined. In this section, the term state means a state of the United States, the District of Columbia, the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, Guam, the Virgin Islands, American Samoa, and the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. B. Clerical Amendment. The table of sections at the beginning of Chapter 301 of such title, as added by Section 1841 of the William M. MAC, Thornberry National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2021, Public Law 116-283, and amended by this Act, is further amended by striking the item relating to Section 4010 and inserting the following new item: 4010. Defense Established Program to Stimulate Competitive Research. C. Conforming Repeals. 1. Section 307 of Title I of the 1997 Emergency Supplemental Appropriations Act for Recovery from Natural Disasters, and for overseas peacekeeping efforts, including those in Bosnia, Public Law 105-18, 10 U.S.C. 2358 Note, is repealed. 2. Section 257 of Title II of Division A of the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 1995, Public Law 103-337, 10 U.S.C. 2358 Note, is repealed. D. Effective date. This section and the amendments and repeals made by this section shall take effect immediately after the effective date of the amendments made by Title 18 of the William M. MAC, Thornberry National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2021, Public Law 116-283. Sec. 215. Codification of authorities relating to Department of Defense Science and Technology Reinvention Laboratories. A. In general, Subchapter 3 of Chapter 303 of Title 10, United States Code, as added by Section 1842 of the William M. Mac. Thornberry National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2021, Public Law 116-283, is amended by inserting after the heading for Subchapter 3 the following new section: Sector 4121. Science and Technology Reinvention Laboratories. Authority and Designation. A. In general. 1. The Secretary of Defense may carry out personnel demonstration projects at Department of Defense laboratories designated by the Secretary as Department of Defense Science and Technology Reinvention Laboratories. Two. A. Each personnel demonstration project carried out under the authority of paragraph 1 shall be generally similar in nature to the China Lake demonstration project. B. For purposes of subparagraph A, the China Lake